Hello, YouTube friends! So I had a shitty week, and I thought that I would compensate for that by making a video, talking to you guys. And oh my god, summer came to New York this week. And oh, first of all, I moved my lamp. The sun's going down. It's 7 o'clock. Well, not really. It'll go down about an hour and a half. So anyway, it's sort of dim in here. It's a different sort of dimness because summer hit. Here's that song again that always plays when I'm making videos. My window AC unit is now in place, and it hogs the lower third of my window. So not only that, but if I run the AC, which I really want to right now, it was 90 degrees in here when I got home from work. If I run it, you won't be able to hear me. It'll just be white noise. So I'm going to sweat soon. But I am wearing, and I moved my lamp. Okay, so I moved my desk lamp below me so that you don't, or so that I don't have to suffer from seeing like shadows on my face. It makes me look like a weirdo. It accentuates things I don't want accentuated, that normally aren't accentuated, but because the light is above me, of course, and if I look down, it's horrible. So now that summer has arrived, it was like coat weather a week ago. Now it's about 90, and humid, unfortunately. Today, we had a really nice Wednesday, Thursday. It was rather dry. It was like 28% humidity on Wednesday, so that was great. I can deal with that, but and my hair doesn't suffer. One of the major reasons I left Florida, aside from the stupid, boring people and lack of culture, was that my hair, which is naturally curly and not the typical texture for naturally curly hair, which is normally like a coarse, kind of like a spirally coarse texture that retains its curl. Mine is this very fine. I like the texture because it's like little kid hair. It's very fine and shiny, but it starts to look like it's just matted and inconsistent and disheveled. So I have to use a large barrel curling iron and then spray it, and that's what this is. But I could never, let my hair just be its witchy, curly mop that it naturally is, and then sleep on it and wake up. It would be like pressed flat on top, and then the underneath would be these frizzy tendrils. So yeah, so hair doesn't do well in Florida or anywhere in the South. It's just everything goes to shit. I used to iron my hair to get it flat. It was fine in the winter. Summertime, ugly. I just felt hideous all the time. And speaking of being hideous all the time, so this whole week, which sucked because I wasn't sleeping for numerous reasons, and then I was feeling very tired. Even on, like, one night I got 3/4 no, that was fine. I was getting like six and a half hours of sleep, but it was very broken up. It's always broken up somewhat, but this was like awake for 2 hours and then going back to sleep and waking up again. As much as I like this mushroom stuff that I got, the mushroom coffee with lion's mane and chaga mushrooms, and there's another one that's just lion's mane elixir, I think that the blood pressure lowering, or maybe the blood sugar lowering effects of that are getting to me. On the days I didn't have any of it, I felt fine. Otherwise, even on less sleep, I still felt like myself. But I could barely keep my eyes open for a few days this past week when I was taking that stuff, drinking it, I should say, snorting it. Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is. I'll try again, when I'm in a good rhythm, and we'll see. This lamp is actually very hot. We'll see if it has the same effect, but I couldn't think straight. I was sort of dizzy, like I was going to get a migraine. I never got a migraine yet. I'll probably get one tomorrow if I jinx myself by saying that. But yeah, so the shitty week, and my face looked weird. You know, to a degree, a lack of sleep is culpable, but it wasn't like I only slept 2 hours, you know? It was still 6 hours or so. And I didn't look like myself at all. Like it looked like my skin was all droopy, like it was just hanging. I looked 10 years older, as in almost 50. What other things happened that I didn't like? Kate Hudson appeared on another one of my health and fitness magazines, and I'm sick of this. She's... I know it's frivolous and petty, but I look forward to getting my health and fitness magazines because they're my amusement for when I'm on the elliptical machine at the gym. They have TVs, but it's like it doesn't coordinate well with the channel changer and the audio's bad, so screw it. So I've got my stack of magazines, and I don't like to use the ones at the gym because they have other people's germs all over them, and I'm already, like, I hate going into the locker room because I know that there's a sneeze cloud that I probably am walking into. It's a very tight, cramped space. Yeah, so I've got my magazines, and I've got my tunes, and my tunes are always killer. But when, once again, it's Kate Hudson on the cover and on 8 pages in the inside, come on. She's not the exemplar for fitness enthusiasts. She doesn't even have arm definition. She has flipper arms. There are plenty of people who would, like the ladies on the cover of Oxygen are, and you know, that's what I would expect on a fitness or a health magazine. Maybe with less, less breast implant emphasis. But everything else is good. I don't know what this shit is. I didn't download that. This is sad. Skipping. No. Oh, okay. It's some old aha. So one of the other shitty things that happened this week was that I gotta turn the AC on. Hang on. Okay. If that impedes the audio, I don't know what I'll do because it looks like it's gonna be a very hot summer, according to meteorologists and experts. Much hotter than normal because of La Nina, whatever. All right. So, and this is the shirt that I've been waiting for hot days to be able to wear. You see? So now I'm like country bumpkin goth with I'm wearing these ripped off jean shorts because I can tuck the shirt in. It's way too long. But look, see the back? The back that was uncomfortably cold before is now going to save me. And when I jump it down, look at that. Can you see? It's like the spine bounces. It's fun. Bouncy spine. So yeah, this is a good top for right now. So Mensa. I am in Mensa. I'm about to deride the organization. I was a member in Florida. It was a bit of a different dynamic there. People are desperate for things to do. So, you know, if you set up an event and people say they're going to come, they're going to come. You know, it wasn't like this meetup.com thing where people RSVP, yes, and then no one shows up and you're the only one. So that's what happened to me. Even though I was not the meeting organizer for this particular function, there are 3 official organizers for the Gen XY small interest group for Greater New York Area Mensa. And I was appointed because of my enthusiasm for going out and doing things by the president, who's also my friend. He's cool, and he does go to stuff. was really cool. But so one of the other organizers had set this like a standing happy hour at Barcade, which if you're not from here, or if you don't live here, it's an arcade where they have changing like just a slew of unusual beers and spirits, and they even serve mead and unique beverages from Europe. I guess all the meads are European from what I can tell. And I'm a mead enthusiast, so I like that a lot. However, at 5:30 on a sunny Thursday, a dimly lit arcade in Manhattan is kind of dismal. But I rearranged my whole schedule for the week, and I felt like shit because of this and because of my sleep patterns. But I made it out there, and there were 10 people who said they were going to show up, and none of them came. I got there and I checked in online so that the few people who I'm actually friends with on Facebook could see that I was there and be like, ooh, where am I right now? Not where she is. Not where I said I would be to her. My one friend who used to be the president of our of the Greater New York area, Mensa, saw it immediately and is like, oh, that's today? Oh, I'm still on the train from Queens, but I'll be there in 10 minutes. But I had already waited. I waited around after work for an hour, and then I went there, and it was like, so bleak. This is too harsh for me right now. This is good. This is good. Very underrated Prince song, I think, Computer Blue. Okay. But yes, so my friend said that he would be there, and I was already headed out, and it was like an hour and a half of my night already gone. Then I got on the subway. Normally I don't take the subway during rush hour because I leave at 4:30. I leave work at 4:30. I take rush hour in the morning, but coming back, no. So at 6 o'clock, oh my God, never again. The first train that came, sardine can. I just wasn't doing it. Next train, sardine can with like one sardine missing. So I got on, and people were coughing on me at every turn, and I kept slithering through the people obnoxiously, which I do if I need to escape a sick person. I just couldn't get away from him. And then there was this one guy who was like sniffling. His face was practically like on my shoulder. It was like just this sniveling, snorting, obnoxious. He could have turned his head the other way and he wouldn't have been bothering anyone, but people don't think. They don't think. Do you know how many times I've looked up and seen a grown adult with germy subway rail hands picking his or her nose, like digging, mining, and then, I'm not making this up, and then ingesting, chewing the fruits of their labor. It is sick. It's like, normally I have a book to read. If I look up from my book, this is happening all over. It's like fireworks just going off, just nose pickers everywhere. Disgusting. So these people are constantly putting germs in their heads, and then they're spraying them out. Spraying them for people like me who don't do that shit. So that happened, and then the train got stuck. So I was furious. It was stuck, and I just got off and I walked almost an hour back to my apartment. I was just so mad at stomping. I stomped home. I had all this. I was carrying so much stuff with me, and then I even stopped and I picked up more stuff because you have to do that around here if you want to keep your refrigerator stocked. So that was yesterday, and today was nicer. Although my computer kind of quit at work, and the new CEO made an executive decision, although it's not in the budget, to give me new computers, so that's good. Feather in my cap. So yeah, that was my week. And we got out early at 1, so I was supposed to meet some people for a costume exhibit at the Met, which would have been awesome, but the timing was bad. I wanted to go to the gym and then come back, and then here's what I'm doing. This is my Friday night, basically. This and watching Merlin on Netflix with Evan, who isn't even back yet. So, how long have I talked? I've talked only 15 minutes, so I think I'm going to conclude for now. And hopefully, I'll be recording tomorrow. I'm supposed to make a day trip to either Edward and Prince William's make a day trip to New Hope, Pennsylvania, or a place called Bushkill Falls, which is like they call it the Niagara of Pennsylvania or something. Lots of waterfalls. It's gonna be hot though. I don't know. I feel like it could be a steam bath situation. And yeah, so I might do some recording before heading out to the Red Rum Ball, which is Sunday, assuming I'm not sick from all the germs I was exposed to yesterday. And before I forget, if you would be so kind as to, I want to do another Q&A. I like doing those. I think they're fun, and they give me structure, which I lack otherwise. But yeah, if you could post questions below, I can attend to those in a future video. Okay, see you in a moment, which will actually be 2 days from now, probably.